no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, Freemers, we are going to be getting into a very fun topic, which is the difference between all the different Free Realms projects. Now, I know a lot of people are probably confused on, like, what's this, what's that, like, is this the real project? Is this the actual one? Like, what's what, So I thought I'd go over the 5 Free Realms projects that are ongoing or have, been discontinued, right? So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Now, we're going to start with the one and the only Free Realms, the original. This is the first. All right? This was the original game. It launched in, I believe, 2009. And then shut down in 2014. Now, this is the good one, right? This is the best. This is the only one, okay? Now, people are really upset that Free Realms is gone, and that's understandable. And a lot of people wanted to bring this game back. Like, man, after 2014, people were mad, dude. I was mad. I was like, is anyone going to bring this back? Is this going to come back? Heck, I was even hoping, Daybreak would just be like, hey, we're bringing back Free Realms. Never happened. Never saw the light of day. Okay? So moving on to our next one. Got Free Realms rewritten. Help needed. They need help. They need help. So, we're going to read this just because, we need some details here. Okay? Just because a game's plug gets pulled doesn't mean it has to die. Well, to be fair, let's say Free Realms is on an operating table, right? Connected to a machine. If the plug gets pulled, I think it kind of has to die. You can't just bring something back if the plug gets pulled, right? Now, there is a Discord link here. I don't know what this links to. I'm very curious. If I click on that link, is it going to take me to a virus? Who knows? I mean, dude didn't even put the dot there. That's crazy. It's wild. Game plan for anyone that helps. Help needed. Keep in mind, he needs help. He needs serious help. Okay, you start out in an area. There are some activities. You move on to another area, and there are more activities. We will start with a closed alpha and possibly have alpha keys. Soon TM. Numerous counts of help is needed. Again, help needed. So anyone who wants to help can. Again, help needed. I'm sure I can do this through the help of my friends. Again, help needed. The team. Wow. Whoa. That's crazy. There was an actual team for this. Now, this is, again, look at the updated here. This hasn't been updated since 2017. Now, I don't know if rewritten and reconnected are the same. They could be. It's hard to tell. Anyway, team, Tomster 980. Is this Tomster? Is this him? This is him. Okay. Leader, he's also leader / dev. Okay, let's not get that twisted. He started this. Tomster. Okay. Leader / dev. Okay. Trial Azure Border project manager / graphic designer / coder. That's quite the resume you got there. Pixelcube O2 head coder. Okay, interesting. He only posted one thing. And then Trial also. What is this? What am I looking at? What is that? Interesting. Maybe it's just a thumbnail, but Mutant Johnny graphics / dev, Conso dev, Freeze dev, idea maker. Whoa! Saw graphic designer. Quest so far. Tutorial complete. Okay. Quest for a card. Complete. The beginning of the end. Incomplete. With the beginning of the end, what does that mean? I need context. Where are my context clues? Huh? Wrong side of town. Complete. Oh, are these quests? They must be. Letter in the house. Complete. Jobs so far. Ninja Warrior Chef. Activities so far. Skydiving cards in progress. So, this is probably abandoned. It could also be the same as Reconnected, but we'll get into that. But look at these thumbnails, dude. Look, those are some alpha keys if I've ever seen. Like, I'm pretty sure that's in game. This is honestly, if this was legit, it probably wasn't. Comments, there's comments. Anyone who's still here reply 4 years ago. What? Is this back? Indeed. Smile. Whoever, wait. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. You know, this is a crazy one. This is interesting. If this was real, you know, I'm wondering if those people are still around. Probably not, but it is interesting. Like, there was actually people working on this. This is a wild one. So this is, I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, but I do like that they had plans. They had a roadmap, sort of, which is good. I mean, you know, it'd be nice to get a roadmap from Free Help Sunrise, but yeah, I'm asking for too much, you know? Anyway, Free Help's Reconnected. So Free Help's Reconnected is officially closed. To put it short, the Reconnected team was exposed to some disturbing screenshots that showed their true colors to the community. Now, I'm assuming disturbing screenshots, meaning there was grooming, racism. There's no context, but you can assume that there was some vile things going on during this project. So, yeah. And how they had no actual progress on the game. Oh my god. A few minutes after being exposed, they closed down their Discord server and all their other social media. Their forums are already closed a few days before this due to budget cuts. The only project that remains now is Free Help Sunrise. The forum will continue to update about the Sunrise project as it continues. I wonder if that's true. I mean, this forum is probably used, but I'm assuming the Reddit is used more. Not again, yeah, they had no work. Sunrise has been the better project because they have no lies. Allegedly. Allegedly. Is kind of like, it is kind of odd that people start a project just for it to be fake. I don't understand that. Like, why go through all that time to do that? I don't know. So I mean, someone posted during in 2023, so this year, a couple months ago. So hey, it's still used. There's a second page. It is bonkers though. This is the progress for Sunrise, right? Yep. Okay. Hey, if all 2018, if all revival attempts fail or quit, I'll hire an entire team to bring it back. Dude, people are desperate. I understand, like, this game was great. It was fantastic. But dude, there has to be a line drawn. Can we just let it die? I get it. I understand. But come on. You'll hire an entire team. No, you will not. You also can't pay people. So by hire, if you're trying to pay people, you can't do that. Oh no. Money cannot be made from this. Oh my god, dude. But yeah, this is another failed project. I don't know if it's the same as Rewritten. It could be. If I clicked on that Discord link, I mean, I'd probably find out. If the Discord wasn't there, I mean, hey. But this is wild stuff. This is bonkers. It's very, very crazy. Now, on to the last two that are ongoing. Okay, we're going to talk about them real quick. open source free realms. So I have talked about this on the channel quite a couple times. But open source free realms is pretty much a walking simulator, and I'm pretty sure that's all it's going to be. I think from my point of view, open source free realms, I don't think it'll get any more bigger than a walking simulator. I think it's just going to stay at that. I've heard like some things like they want to get multiplayer working. Now, I don't know what open source free realms is going to become. It sounds like it's going to become like maybe a multiplayer walking simulator, but at the same time, it seems like the team over at the team working on open source free realms wants to make it a full thing. I don't know. Have no idea. But that's what I can gather from hearing about like multiplayer, and they're working on a website, they're working on launcher. Like, I don't know, it seems like they want to do more with this project than just leave it as a walking simulator, because if it's a walking simulator, you can't really do too much in the game, right? All you can do is walk around. That's, to me, that's pretty boring. That's like an open world with nothing to do in it, you know? And open source realms, I believe, started in either 2021 or 2022. It's hard, I think 2022, but I could be wrong, because that's when I was starting to be more active in the community, and that's when I started to see it like pop up more. I'm gonna say 2022 because I literally heard nothing about it before 2022. So that's my best guess, but I do believe open source realms was made because people were, you know, people can't wait for Sunrise to come out, and they were getting impatient. So the impatient people went to go start their own community ran project. Now, the difference between Free Realms Sunrise and open source free realms is that open source free realms is open source, meaning anyone who wants to help can work on it. Like, it's not locked behind closed doors to an extent, you know? And that's open source free realms. That's all it is. I think for the most part, it's just gonna be a walking simulator. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, literally, this is 8 months ago. Play a walking simulator free realms right now. You want to walk around in Snow Hill? Do it. That's what I believe it'll stay as. If I'm wrong, I mean, hey, to each their own. But I think the more free realms projects there are, it kind of, I don't want to say adds more risk to the game getting shut down completely as a revival, but there is that chance that the more projects that are ongoing, the more Daybreak will look at it and go, okay, this needs to stop. But who knows? You know, maybe that's not the case. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I think that's why, you know, Free Realms Sunrise should be the only project, is that there's less risk of it getting shut down out of nowhere, out of the blue. But yeah, that's open source Free Realms. It's a walking simulator. That's all it is. Next, the actual Free Realms Sunrise project, which we have been talking about here, there, every day. Bro, like, you know, it's Free Realms Sunrise Flow. So this is very different from open source Free Realms. For one, there's more progress with this project, like a lot more. And this is like a full-on revival. Like, we're gonna get pretty much everything. I'm assuming everything is going to be back in the game. If not everything, some things will, like, I'm assuming all the Flash stuff will probably stay out of the game, but we'll see what happens. Now, the difference between Free Realms Sunrise and open source Free Realms, like I mentioned before, open source Free Realms is open source, meaning anyone can work on it. Free Realms Sunrise, on the other hand, is gatekept, which means only certain people are allowed to work on the project, meaning you have to apply. Your application might get looked at, probably won't, you know. Voice crack. But yeah, so your application might get looked at, and it probably won't be, you know, because for the most part, I know that the staff themselves all do a collective vote, and they're like, should we let him on? I don't think so. You know, that's kind of how the application system goes. And a lot of people from open source films try to apply, and they get denied. I don't know why. And as for why the whole project is gatekept, why only certain people can, work on the game, or why certain people can, get on the team, I think it comes down to Mayhem. I think that's a big thing. Because, again, Freedom Sunrise has been around since 2017, I think. I'm pretty sure. Almost positive about that. I know that because I joined the server in 2018. That's when I found out about it, after I graduated from high school. And yeah, it's been around for a while, and I think Mayhem has definitely had some trust issues. I want to guess at some point there might have been like someone on the team for Freedom Sunrise at some point where, I don't know, they took files or something, or they did something to the project that delayed it, something like that. I don't want to say that's the case because I don't actually know. I'm just guessing. I think at some point Mayhem lost trust with one of the team staff members, whatever, and that's probably why he has trust issues with certain people. So if he has, like, he probably communicates with the current staff and is like, okay, is this person trustworthy? Can we trust this person? I think Mayhem just let people on willy-nilly back in the day. Could be wrong. Again, I don't know. But that's probably part of the reason why it's gatekept. And though it sucks, it is what it is. I think gotta respect Mayhem's decisions, how he works with the rest of the team. Yeah, so for the most part, the fact that there's been, like, if we're not counting the original game, the fact that there's been 2 fake revivals, assuming that, well, technically we could say there was only 1 fake revival if Reconnected and Rewritten are the same thing. But the fact that there are 2 ongoing ones, that one is a walking simulator, the other is the actual full-on revival, it's kind of wild. It's kind of insane. I thought I would just let you guys know, like, hey, these are the differences between all these different projects. And Freedom Sunrise is the actual one, because I have been asked that question. I thought it was, it's a valid thing to ask, because a lot of people get confused on what is the actual project and what isn't. So just to clarify, Open Source Realms is not the main project. It's an open source project that anyone in the community can work on. Freedom Sunrise is the actual revival that everyone has been waiting for, and it'll come out when it comes out. That's about it. Hopefully you guys found this video informative. If you did, appreciate you a ton. Thank you for watching. Means a lot to me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.